It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tip-off coming up shortly from Smoothie King Center as the New Orleans Pelicans will be going up against the Denver Nuggets. For the Nuggets, this is a team that is reeling a bit. Hoping to start the year strong, they've had trouble communicating on both ends of the floor. Very little cohesion. They're hoping to pull things together tonight to try and turn the tide. And tonight, two offenses that like to score in the post. Shaq, defensively, how do you counteract that?
Two types of denying. Deny the position and deny the entry pass.
Yes.
Sounds like you're in a state of denial.
I deny everything you just said.
Is it just me? I thought that was funny.
But you know what the other thing you could do, Shaq? If you pressure the passer, what it does is then it allows the defender to have more time to get around on the defensive and provide.
You're lucky I didn't guard you in your career.
Oh, I would have went right by you.
You're lucky.
I would have hoped you pressured me.
Let's go to Kevin Harlan. Time for the tip.
New Orleans, land of the Pelicans, in a fine Western Conference battle at the New Orleans Arena. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. The Nuggets will kick off their road trip right here. Very difficult season they've gotten off to. They're just about 10% through and still not a single win.
You know, during the course of a long season, every team hits what I call that speed bump. And this team is in that stretch right now. I wouldn't discount them. They still got a chance to be really good. And this could very well just be a bump in the road when we look back on it.
Steve, obviously every team wants to start a season strong. How do coaches and players create a sense of urgency early in the season?
I think it happens in preseason. It happens in the training camp where you're looking and saying, we have to get off to a good start. And a lot of times coaches are looking at their schedules. The back half of the schedules can be very tough. A lot of road games or a lot of playoff teams. That's why at the beginning you want to get off to a great start. And you got to send that message to your team and let them know the reason why. And I think a lot of times that's when players respond.
All set. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Denver, the guards are Thomas and Harris. Inside, it's the talented pair of Millsap and Jokic. And it's Barton in at the 3 spot.
Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one.
Last season, Anthony Davis, he didn't win MVP, but he was in the running. Was absolutely remarkable with his play on both ends of the floor. James Harden deserved the award, but in a lot of other seasons, Anthony Davis is your MVP.
And he's good on the second. And Smitty, with Anthony Davis, you figure it's just a matter of time before he wins an MVP award. He finished 3rd this past year.
Yes, he's starting to reach his potential, and it's a scary prospect. Nobody can slow him down on offense, and defensively, he is so disruptive. Only a handful of players in this league can be as dominant as Davis over long stretches of the season.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in a groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
Jokic, no good. Here's Randall. Off the left rim and out.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away. He has great instincts on the offensive end. He's tough to contain.
Payton outside. Kicks to Davis. Here's the teardrop. And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap with great hands and the anticipation there to block the shot.
Mirotić's shot is off. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I got a few minutes to catch up with Alvin Gentry. He said the big thing is we cannot play hero ball. We've got to be unselfish and trust our offense. We'll see if they can turn the tables around and even up this season series, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. So their focus is squarely on the opponent today, in particular that defense they have to contend with.
And I just wonder if they'll try to solve the problems this defense poses by keeping the tempo quick, trying to strike early in the shot clock.
You know, I think a more patient approach would be smart. Concentrate on shot selection and ball movement rather than tempo.
For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. To the paint. Davis down low. He's guarded by Thomas. Payton. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
Thomas, no luck. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for New Orleans. Trailing by 2. Last game against the Nuggets, they lost in the Mile High City.
You know, they worked hard, they drew fouls, but they just couldn't convert at the line.
And it's one of those things that can deflate your team. After all that effort, you want points.
Here's Thomas. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Here's Payton. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Oh, you can tell he's frustrated to get that good of a look from 3, and he didn't make it.
Got that one up quick.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
Well, he has the ability to get you off on the right foot. Now it's just about sustaining it.
Mirotić's shot is off. Denver leading by 6. Barton finds Thomas. Millsap against Davis. Millsap passes to Harris. That's short off the rim.
One could argue that's a good shot, but maybe not the right shooter to take it.
Here's Holiday. No good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And unfortunately for them, they just ran into a hot shooting team and really had no answers.
Well, they still should have been more active on defense, giving those guys a run for their money.
Now here is Holiday, following the missed shot by Will Barton. Over Millsap. Tipped away.
You know, a little off his game this quarter. Still trying to find a rhythm, though.
Thomas, no good.
Tough miss. He found some space inside the arc, but he could deliver.
And Randall throws it down.
The underrated vision of Holiday. I like it when he's distributing, and I think his coach does as well.
Thomas kicks to Harris. Here's Thomas. His last outing, he had 24 points. Back to Harris. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
On the wing, Davis. With some arc, and the layup is up and in. Davis has got 5 now.
AD has improved the outside shot, but what you love even more is his dominance in the paint.
Randall against Jokic. Randall with some nice D.
That's one of those where you think you've got it, you relax for just a second, and then you're kicking yourself.
Steve, the Pelicans, a team that plays a very high-paced style under coach Alvin Gentry. Tops, in fact, in the NBA.
Kevin, as a player, you love playing in that kind of system. You know you're going to get plenty of chances and touches whenever you're on the floor. Pelicans have the personnel to make it work and play at a high-paced style game as well.
Now here is Harris. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Good on the triple.
I mean, defensively, you have to close out harder than that.
Payton surveying the floor. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Texas, 4th in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top 3. And, of course, Denver, 6 games out.
Well, I think for Denver, they've fallen all too quickly down to that spot at the bottom of the standings. If any team needed a bright start, it was them.
Yep, they're already been written off by a lot of people this season. I'm not ready to give up on them quite yet, but they better show me something soon.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Moore's checked in. Trey Lyles checked in for Denver. Murray comes in for Isaiah Thomas. And here's Harris from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. He's got 9.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Pelicans trail by 11. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And with the playmaking in Denver's front court, point guard Jamal Murray is free to hunt his shot. Very comfortable playing off the ball.
So for the Pelicans, Okafor's checked in for Julius Randle. Hill comes in for Mirotic. And Ian Clark subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Denver also making some changes. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jokic. And it's Juan Hernangomez in for Barton. Now here is Hill. Moore in the corner, fires the 3, hits the three-point bomb. And you look at Jamal Murray's assist numbers, he's more like a 2-guard.
Well, he's kind of a combo, 6'4", 6'5"-ish, but you can't have enough shooting, and he's got a quick trigger.
And here are the Nuggets now, and the Pelicans picked up 3 with their last shot. Lyles kicks to Harris. Shot from 12. Here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Well, the two go hand in hand. Matching your strategy to your personnel is key.
And it's sent back by Plumlee. And Harris wide open. He shoots offline with his 3. And so Hill bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's a 10-point game. And Moore kicks to Hill. Davis down low. Lyles there. And Davis puts it in. Denver's gone 4 of 8 on their 3-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter. Lyles against Davis. Lyles with it. 11 points for him in that last game against Atlanta. Clock is at 3, and it's Harris off the drive, and slam dunk by Harris.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
It's early, but they have taken full control of this game, and the fans here, they know it.
Now here's Moore. His last outing, he had 8 points.
He turned on the Jets as soon as he got that screen and went right to the hole. Great decision-making there.
Inside, and slam dunk by Harris.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Double digits in the first quarter. The only thing they have to avoid is taking their foot off the gas.
On the wing, Davis, covered by Lyles. Davis finds Clark. Moore outside. Off target with his 3. The Nuggets leading by 10. Now, here is Hernangomez. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. In the corner, Murray with it. The 3. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
1:51 left in the first quarter. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
and they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And when it comes to big men who can really handle the basketball, there aren't many of them, but there are a few, and they're pretty good at it, the bigs.
You know, I think the best at this, and we don't consider him a big, but he's close to 7 feet, is Kevin Durant.
Right.
Handling the basketball for a big. DeMarcus Cousins is really good. You look at guys like LaMarcus Aldridge, not bad. Blake Griffin, for his size, being able to handle the basketball. We have so many guys that have that skill set, and they're 6'10" and above.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the first. Murray kicks to Hernangomez. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the top rebounding teams in the NBA this season. Fifth on the list, the Pelicans.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
That one is off. And the second free throw, good. 1:41 left in the first quarter. Clark kicks to Okafor. Dishes to Miller. Back to Okafor. Shot clock at 5. Got it. Good job in the low post. Okafor's got his first basket of the night.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Plumlee dishes to Murray. Back to Plumlee. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Attacking the rack to great effect.
The 6'11" Mason Plumlee out of Duke, Greg. He's got a live body.
Very athletic, Kevin. And his mobility enables him to defend smaller players on the perimeter. Offensively, he is a threat to finish at the rim.
A free throw off from Plumlee. Pelicans trail by 8. Here's Clark. He's got 5. Passes it to Moore. Okafor kicks to Clark. 44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Murray with the defensive effort. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Plumlee the pass to Murray. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
You know, I love the effort just to get a hand in there. He is disrupting the offensive flow.
Now Lyles. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Just 4 to shoot. Poked away. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Pelicans trail. And here is Moore. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Pass to Okafor. Over Plumlee. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Okafor's got his second basket of the night. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Nuggets lead by 6. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And being a smaller player is a challenge, but Isaiah Thomas always confident attacking the lane.
I just go in there. I've been doing it since I was a little boy. Like, I've always been the smallest guy out there, but when I get on the court, I feel like I don't see any height. So when I go in there in the paint, I expect myself to score or make a play for somebody else. And then, I mean, other people go crazy about it. I feel like it's normal.
Thomas brings that fearlessness, Greg. He's always played with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and he's got a deep bag of tricks for finishing around bigger players. It's really something to watch.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Well, I mean, they just got hot early from beyond the arc, and we'll just have to wait and see if they can keep that going.
They also want to be unpredictable, mix up the play calling, keep the defense guessing.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got Murray, Wiles out there with Plumlee, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3. Here's Murray. No good that time. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Wiles against Hill. And here's Moore outside. Rebound by Murray.
You know what, I'll tell you, he's got nothing here in the second quarter after just one made shot in the first.
Beasley dishes to Murray. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one, and probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
You try not to dwell on losses like that, but hey, you can't help it. Hopefully, they'll learn something from that defeat.
Now here's Plumlee. Beasley kicks to Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he banks in the layup. Murray's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Nuggets.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Smitty, walk us through what a typical NBA practice should look like and does look like.
Well, I think you come out, Kevin, and first of all, they're spending a lot of times on making sure your body is ready to go into practice. And a lot of coaches love to start with offense first, and you can end with defense. And so that's when the intensity starts to pick up. And then last, you usually ends with some kind of shooting. So I think that obviously a lot of teams have different ways, but that's usually particular. You start with offense, you end with defense, and then you go into some individual work, and that's probably shooting.
New Orleans making some changes here. Julius Randle's checked in for Hill. Holiday comes in for Ejuan Moore. And it's Payton in for Ian Clark. The Nuggets also changing it up. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Trey Lyles. And Isaiah Thomas subbed in for Juan Hernan Gomez. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And Paul Millsap, a 4-time All-Star in Atlanta. Greg, as we know, he missed most of last season after left wrist surgery.
A big loss after just signing that mega contract with the Nuggets. I mean, he's a lot older than most of their core, but a great fit in their front court and obviously one heck of a player.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Paul Millsap is an all-star forward whose dedication to the game is reflected in his year-to-year improvement. He said, "The drive to the gym is where I find my peace, getting my mind prepared. I come with the mindset of getting better. It's gotten me this far." Kevin?
He is a true professional. David, thank you. The Nuggets have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
First free throw is good.
And Nikola Jokic came late to the game. He actually grew up horse racing. Finally started playing organized hoops at the age of 16. You never know it, though, one of the most skilled big men the league has to offer.
Mirotic is checked in for New Orleans. And a switcher also for Denver. Martin is checked in. Both good from the line that time. And Jokic, Greg, said he was a fat point guard until he got taller.
Well, even now, Kevin, Jokic, not the most chiseled physique, but the point guard background makes sense. His playmaking for a center is off the chart.
And it's sent back by Millsap.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Mirotic finds Payton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Elfrid Payton, over his 4 seasons, developing one of the most distinctive hairstyles in the league.
You know, and I remember seeing some footage where his hair seemed to block his vision on a shot attempt. For a player who had struggled shooting the ball, many question whether a trim might be in order. We'll see.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And the 6'4", 485-pound Payton certainly has a unique skill set. Also wants to keep improving as a leader.
No good on the second free throw.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
The Nuggets with another miss. And so it's Rendell bringing it up now for the New Orleans Pelicans. They trail by 6. Mirotic passes to Holiday. Back to Mirotic from past the arc. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Mirotic has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Denver leading by 3. Thomas dishes to Barton. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Payton kicks to Mirotic. Banked in off the glass. Mirotic has got 5 points so far.
Great to see Mirotic attacking down low, putting that 6'10" frame to use.
There's the pass to Jokic. Over Randall. No good off the back of the rim. Pelicans trail by 3. No one near Payton as he lets it go. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Nuggets have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Inside, it's stolen by Randall. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Isaiah Thomas.
Clearly a foul.
Smitty, with all the different arenas you've played in and all the cities you've traveled to as a player, which city do you think, looking back, was the hardest to play in for whatever reason?
2 shots.
This is an easy question. Detroit, Michigan, Kevin, because I was raised there and played college basketball. The ticket request going home was definitely hard.
I bet.
Because now you're starting to ask teammates, you're starting to ask everybody for tickets, and I just never had enough.
And it was expensive to buy tickets.
Yes, indeed.
And everyone wanted one.
Everybody. My first game, Kevin, ever back in Detroit, 300 tickets.
Oh.
Glad I had good teammates, though. They helped me.
Both free throws good from Randall. The Nuggets trail. Pass to Millsap. The dish to Barton. Outside Thomas. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Wednesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Here's Payton, following the basket by Paul Millsap. Here's Randall, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
This is his third free throw attempt of the game. Davis is checked in for Darius Miller.
One shot, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Randall. Martin with it. 14 points from him the last game against Atlanta. And the layup's good off the glass. Here's Payton. They lead by 1. It's Davis on the wing. He dishes it to Holiday.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
Last season, Drew Holiday had a breakout year. The UCLA product had career highs in scoring and efficiency. A lot had to do with he played off the ball. He played a lot of two-guard.
And the first one drops. And Smitty, as we were talking about Holiday spending more time at shooting guard lately.
But what I like, Kevin, he was still able to create for others effectively. The move allowed him to be much more aggressive and looking for his shot. People weren't sure of the change at first, but he looks right at home when he's playing off the ball.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Harris is checked in.
Every day, Holiday can be relied upon to bring focus, energy, toughness, and he's a terrific competitor.
Now here's Thomas. He has 7, fires the 3, drains the three-pointer. Thomas got 10.
And a good judge of spacing. Sees he can get it off over the taller man.
This is how he makes his living, making those judgment calls, understanding the opportunities.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Harris finds Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
No finesse that time. Millsap attacking the rim.
And so Payton will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans, trailing by 2 to the inside. Davis, the pass to Payton. It's stolen by Harris. Now here's Thomas. 10 points for him. Randall outside. Stops. Pops. Misses off the left iron. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Not sure who designed that play, but he makes it count.
Now here's Payton. 11 points for him in that last game against New York.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Now here's Jokic. Following the miss by Julius Randle. Thomas kicks to Millsap. Five to shoot. Denver needs to get off a shot. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Now it's a 6-point Nugget lead.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Payton the bounce pass. Feeds to Davis. And stolen by Harris. For New Orleans, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Payton kicks to Randall. Dishes to Mirotic. Outside Holiday. To stop the run. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Holiday's got 6 here in this quarter. Thomas feeling it out a bit. He feeds it to Millsap. Barton in the corner. Over Mirotic. That one misses.
He is really forcing things now. Doesn't have to do it because his teammates are picking up the slack.
And he finishes nicely on the layup. And now just a 2-point Denver lead.
The defense has no answer for Mirotic. Such a gifted player, especially when he has the ball near the hoop.
There's Thomas with the three. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's Davis. That's good on the assist from Randall. Davis has got the game tied up here for the Pelicans. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
You know, he's been a one-man wrecking crew down low. His consistent scoring has dictated the pace of this game. We'll see if they decide to front him, bring a quick double, or maybe even both to try to slow him down.
So for the Pelicans, Okafor is checked in for Julius Randle. Hill comes in for Mirotic, and it's Etuan Moore checking in for Payton. Big group substitution here for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Lyle comes in for Paul Millsap. Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for Barton. And Murray's subbed in for Thomas. Moore in the corner. Back to Holiday. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Holiday's got 8 points here in this quarter. And Alvin Gentry's been coaching in the NBA for almost 3 decades now. Steve, he knows how to get things done.
And a lot of what Gentry does is gives his players freedom. As long as they take care of business, he won't meddle too much. Does a great job of managing personalities and keeping egos in check.
And the D has no answer for Murray, just absolutely ferocious at attacking the basket.
Holiday against Murray. Goes up at the stripe. Again, the Pelicans score.
His temperature is rising. I mean, it is rising.
Denver's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. He kicks to Harris. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
And, you know, he's not usually the guy to break out the crossover. Worked for him that time, but I'm not sure I would be doing that consistently.
Now, here is Hill. No points in the game yet for him. Right side, Holiday. Okafor dishes to Hill. To the wing right side. Outside Holiday. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And here now on the 2K leaderboard, the best distributors in the league. The point guards with the most assists per game this season. 5th is Drew Holiday.
And these are the best passers in the NBA. No question about it. Every one of them is willing and able to be the floor general out there and make sure the offense is running at full speed.
These guys have great vision, understand how to create opportunities for their teammates. It's amazing. He is on fire here in the second period after going scoreless in the first.
And stolen by Murray. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Harris with the ball. Passes it to Hernan-Gomez. Murray, good. Now it's a 5-point Denver lead.
Mr. Dependable tonight, helping them grow this lead.
Wiles against Holiday. Fades and shoots. That one a little long.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots. How about the quarter he's having? Tremendous execution on the offensive end, helping to further fuel this lead.
Shot clock at 6. Left side, Davis. Shoots over Lyles. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And so it's Denver, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Elfrid Payton. Elfrid, what's the game plan defensively in the second half?
We got to continue to stay home on shooters. They hit a lot of threes. If we can cut that off, we have a good chance to win.
We'll see what happens there, EP. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Gary Harris playing terrific basketball in this one. He ended up with 15 points, 3 assists, and 2 steals. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Shaq, let's get your take on Denver.
Well, you can see the work Gary Harris has put into his game. First one in the gym, last one out. He's developed his strength, his shooting, his handles. All of that has helped his confidence.
And Kenny, what'd you see from New Orleans?
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the boards. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
A view from the sky above of this lovely city as we make our return to New Orleans, Louisiana. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. We've seen a tremendous game from Harris.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was extremely aggressive, picked up a number of steals.
He did a nice job reading their plays as they were developing. His anticipation was off the charts.
Here's Payton. Payton and Holiday are together in the backcourt. Mirotic is out there with Davis, and it's Randall in at center. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Can't hit from 12.
And they continue to control the glass.
Outside Thomas. A 3-ball. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Mirotic has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, Isaiah Thomas met with a lot of teams in free agency before deciding on the Nuggets, and it just wasn't a great market for IT after coming off such a rough season. Had to settle for a short-term deal to show he could still be an impact player.
Now here's Barton, following the shot by Drew Holiday. Harris outside, 5 to shoot, and Thomas has it in the corner. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
You know, there's no shame in passing out in that situation. Leave your ego at the door.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
They can't buy one right now. 0 for 4 already to start the third.
Barton kicks to Thomas. It's taken away by Payton. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Mirotic finds Randall. Payton against Thomas. Payton passes to Holiday. Shoots a 3. Nailed from three-point land. Holiday's got the opening bucket to start the second half for New Orleans. And Denver has possession. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Payton against Thomas. Pass to Jokic. Harris outside. And Davis sends it back.
What's crazy about AD as a shot blocker, he can block your shot at all three levels.
2 points. That one goes.
Timeout.
Now just a 2-point Nugget lead.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Denver calls timeout. And as we see Anthony Davis step into what could be the best years of his career, Smitty, who does he remind you of?
You know, a lot like Kevin Garnett in his prime. The way he can impact both sides of the floor. He's KG with the three-point shot, and he also has a little bit of Hakeem Olajuwon in him.
Now here's Barton. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Jokic high post. In the corner, it's Harris. Thomas trying to break loose. That's good from Harris on the assist by Jokic. 18 points for Gary Harris.
I mean, just a good shooter taking what the defense allows. Finds some space out beyond the arc.
Payton kicks to Holiday. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Shots, gentlemen.
It's going to be on Jokic.
One thing about Holiday, he knows how to get defenders off balance. We'll see what he can do at the line.
And he can't get the first one. And Drew Holiday, Steve, is such a huge factor on the defensive end whenever he's on the floor.
You know, it's been a focus for him to step his game up on that end of the floor. He moves his feet so well that guys can't just blow by him. Numerically, the way he discourages shots at the rim, it's like having a defensive center on the floor.
And the second free throw, good. The Nuggets leading by 4. Now Harris. He's got 18. And no good. Holiday with the defensive effort. Randall down low. Jokic defending. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
Here's a look at the stats for Payton. His last 10 games, he's averaging 11 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles, carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
And stolen by Barton. The 3. Another 3 for Denver.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Pelicans trail by 7. Payton outside. Kicks to Randall. Over Jokic. Randall no good. Denver's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. They grab their own miss. Harris, good.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
And here are the Pelicans now. Payton outside, and the pass to Randall. To the middle. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Gary Harris, a 6'4" shooting guard out of Michigan State. On paper, you might call him undersized, but with his strength and toughness, he's got it covered.
And if you're making a list of the best young shooting guards in the league, Greg, I got to think that Gary Harris is on that list.
Absolutely. A two-way player, defends his tail off, and offensively, he can score at all 3 levels.
That free throw, no good. Steve, looking around the league, name a few current players who you think will go down as the greatest in their franchise's history.
Well, the one name that comes to mind first is LeBron James. In several franchises he's played for. Also, Dirk Nowitzki. Reason why, he's a fantastic player. He's only been with one franchise, the Dallas Mavericks. I think Steph Curry. I think Russell Westbrook. And I think James Harden. Obviously, in Houston, you have Akeem Olajuwon. He has a chance if he can win the MVP and keep playing at this level for several more years.
Good examples. Jokic, terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy, double-digit lead, and still putting it on him.
Now here's Davis. He's got 9. Here's Holiday, and he uses the glass on the layup. Holiday's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Another nice play by Drew Holiday, staying aggressive, scoring the ball at will.
Thomas dishes to Millsap. Harris up top. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Harris has got 22 points.
The defense was clearly not on the same page. No one picked up the open man.
Payton finds Randall. They get a hand on it. Payton against Thomas. Shot clock at 6. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Davis. Again, the Pelicans score.
Fantastic job by AD. Eyeing the clock, keeping calm. As always, excellent play.
Thomas passes to Jokic. Harris with it. Outside for Thomas. Millsap trying to get open. That's good from Thomas on the assist from Harris. Harris has got his 4th assist in this one. And so Payton will bring it up for New Orleans. 11-point game. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
New Orleans making some changes here. Solomon Hill comes in for Mirotic. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Payton. And then for Denver, Lyles checked in for Millsap. Malik Beasley comes in for Will Barton. And Murray subbed in for Gary Harris. Now here's Moore. Here's Randall. And Randall throws it down.
He has a score-first mindset. Etuan plays with a lot of poise, and that buys him time to find the open man.
Thomas against Holiday. Here's the 3. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Jokic has got the lead up to 11 now for Denver.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Showing he's not just a perimeter jump shooter. Etuan will push for a better shot if he sees an opening.
Thomas against Holiday. Upside Thomas. Here's Jokic. The shot misses. Randall with some nice D. Hill has the open look, and that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Hill's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Moore against Murray. Over Moore. Murray, no good.
Nice move inside. Has the defender beat, just fails to finish.
Randall kicks to Holiday. Outside Hill. Moore outside. Three-pointer. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Thomas passes to Lyles. Murray against Moore. And it's Murray penetrating. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
How about the strength of Murray finishing the shot off easily, even with the harm?
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Okafor is checked in for Julius Randle. Miller comes in for Davis. And Ian Clark subbed in for Drew Holiday. The Nuggets also changing it up. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. And it's Juan Hernan-Gomez in for Thomas.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
Moore finds Okafor. Beasley against Moore. It's stolen by Lyles. Murray outside. Pass to Lyles. Offensive rebound, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking them.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Sheer hustle and will out there. He wanted the ball more, and he went up and got it with some style.
One shot, gentlemen.
On the free throw, no good. Pelicans trail by 8 from deep. Moore. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 5th rebound in this one. Murray against Moore. Over to the wing. Beasley outside. 4 on the clock. Over Miller. He shoots again, and the bucket is good from Plumlee down low. Plumlee's got 8.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, is too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
New Orleans has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Clark kicks to Okafor. Will it go? Out to Miller. Back to Okafor. Plumlee with the steal. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Wide open look here for Murray. Releases from the wing and drills it. And it's a 12-point Denver lead.
And Murray is so deadly with the catch and shoot, Jay. When the D isn't playing up on him, he has no problem going right up with it.
Now here's Moore. He's got 8. From downtown, craps in the tray. He's got 11.
Bad communication defensively. This is the last guy you want to leave open from there.
Beasley against Moore. Deflects the pass, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Okafor.
And let's briefly take a look at the stats for Murray. How last month turned out for him, he's averaging 14 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles, carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
Now here's Murray. 16 points for him. Moore with the steal. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Here's Clark. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Clark's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Passes it to Hernan-Gomez. Pass to Harris. 6 to shoot. Launches a 3. No good on that one. And New Orleans will come the other way. The pass to Clark. Harris against Moore. He kicks to Okafor. Back to Moore. Jacks up a 3. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Now here's Murray. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Pelicans trail by 6. And here is Moore. 14 points for him. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Moore's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
Murray outside. Pass to Lyles. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. This is his first free throw of the game.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 8 seconds left in the third. Plumlee with the steal. And so it's Denver with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Right back after this break. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on Coach Mike Malone.
We have to make a stand defensively, fellas, okay? We're not going to be able to outscore them the whole night. We got to get defense into the game.
Well, Mike Malone, a defense-first coach, certainly pleading for more of an effort on the defensive end.
And, Kevin, it just hadn't been here tonight. Coach doesn't sound happy at all.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Taking a look at the Nuggets, Murray and Harris, the guards. Plumlee out there with Trey Lyles. And it's Barton in at the small forward. Here's Lyles. Pass to Plumlee. Denver passing it around. Barton finds Plumlee. Just 5 on the clock. Deep 2 from Murray. They grab their own miss. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Now here is Miller. Payton outside. Pass to Okafor. Back to Payton. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Barton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Outside for Murray. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that. And now it's a 10-point Nugget lead. Payton against Murray. Miller with a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Nuggets. Kicks to Murray. Down low. Here's Lyles. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
New Orleans making some changes here. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Solomon Hill. Mirotic comes in for Darius Miller. And it's Drew Holiday in for Ian Clark. Paul Millsap is checked in for Denver.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And it's Davis missing.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Pelicans trail by 13. Mirotic has a wide open look. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got his third assist on the night. Murray kicks to Lyles. Here's the dish to Murray. From downtown, Okafor grabs the miss.
He just can't get it cranked up from beyond the arc. No threes in this half after just hitting one in the first.
The pass to Mirotic from the arc. And another three for New Orleans.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Murray surveying the D. And it's off the back rim, no good. The Pelicans have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And there's the foul. It's on Trey Lyles. That is his first foul of the game. And the Pelicans making a change here. Randall's checked in, and Denver also making a switch. Jokic is checked in. Denver on D. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Payton against Millsap. Back to Davis. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Yeah, reason why they have found their shooting stroke. Their offense is clicking.
Now here's Millsap. They get it back. Here's Jokic, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
Payton outside. He kicks to Davis. Over Murray. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 15 points for Davis.
And this offensive explosion has narrowed the gap.
Murray dishes to Millsap. Pass to Harris. Murray right side. Payton on the double team. Shot clock at 5. Shoots. Pelicans with the rebound. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. It's stolen by Harris. He dishes it to Murray. Six on the shot clock. Passes to Millsap. Barton outside. Over Randall. But they recover it.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game. Coming down the stretch here, holding the lead. You like him to be more efficient offensively.
And the shot goes in.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Back to Murray. And stolen by Payton. Here's Randall. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. They'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
No good on the free throw. Isaiah Thomas, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. To the inside, stolen by Holiday. Jokic against Randall. Here's Payton, easy jumper from very short distance.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And this comeback was fueled by doing it on both ends of the floor. Let's see if they have that same energy level to keep this up.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And as of late, they have not looked good at all. Actually, they've been dominated.
And the worst part, they're starting to get down on themselves. Really need that one big play to spark some life back into them.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. We told him, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Randall passes to Holiday. A beautiful reverse layup. Holiday's got 9 points here in the second half.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Outside Thomas, pass to Harris. Payton on the double team, and Elfrid Payton with the foul. That's his first foul. Denver with the ball. There's the pass to Jokic. Barton against Davis. 4 on the shot clock.
And sometimes you think maybe they're just getting a little too comfortable with the lead, maybe a bit too casual this quarter.
Randall with the bucket.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
The Nuggets trail by 3. Thomas kicks to Jokic. Over Randall. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. 16 points for Jokic. And here's New Orleans now. They're on an 18-4 run. Outside Mirotic. Back to Holiday. The feed to Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
High above the rim. Not many guys have that kind of length and vertical. AD, one of the few.
Millsap has the open look. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Davis finds Holiday. Here's Mirotic. New Orleans getting another chance here. Second shot opportunity. Davis with the bucket. Now it's a 5-point New Orleans lead.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Outside Thomas for 3. Harris. Denver gets it back.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession. And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Davis down low. Millsap's there. Davis dishes to Randall. Outside Mirotic. No good on the triple. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They trail by 3. Barton surveying the floor. It's stolen by Randall. Mirotic against Barton. Davis. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
He has been so big here in the fourth quarter. 5 of 6 from the field.
One shot, behind the leaves.
The former #1 overall pick, Anthony Davis, does a great job of representing this franchise, makes big plays on both ends of the floor.
Now, here's Thomas for the three, trains the three-pointer.
Hey, continue to stack it up from three. He's got 2 in each half so far.
New Orleans leading by 3. Payton outside. To the middle. Here's Davis. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Jokic.
They needed that bucket. The aggression of AD when he senses a big moment, not something you can teach.
One shot, one shot.
The Nuggets trail by 6. Thomas with the ball. Randall brings the double team. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here are the Pelicans now. Pelicans leading by 6. And Randall throws it down.
And really the story of the half, one team shooting it lights out, the other, the lights are just out.
You know what? It's 2 competing philosophies. One team playing it close to the vest, the other fast and loose.
Here's Thomas, following the score by New Orleans. Harris inside, guarded by Holiday. And the basket by Harris.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Harris against Holiday. Double team on Holiday. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so here's Denver. The Nuggets trail by 6. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. Got a piece of it. And Holiday throws it down.
Quick, athletic, explosive. Holiday will leave you in the dust.
Thomas against Payton. Harris inside. Great D that time from Davis.
And all the skill used on that crossover. Might want to save a little bit for the finish. Unable to convert there.
Now here is Holiday. Davis kicks to Holiday. 5 on the clock. Over Harris. That one wide left. And here's Denver. 8-point game. To the middle. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
One shot.
That's good from Harris. 40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So it gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're down by 7. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
I mean, it's iffy that there's enough time to even get a quick shot and a foul.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Here's Jokic. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
And just carrying over from his last game, completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot. This just in. AD is not going to buckle up and fold. He's unafraid of the moment.
Denver calls timeout. They're behind by 6. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. Now, here's Thomas. Kicks it to Harris. It's tipped. And they go to the intentional foul.
At the line for your Pelicans, Elfrid Payton. At the line for 2.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead. To the paint. So New Orleans wins it. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Anthony, an impressive win, and it seemed like a collective effort out there tonight.
Guys come in and stepped up and played tremendously, so I just go out there and play, with all my energy and everything I had in me and leave it out on the floor, and I'm glad we got the win.
Hey, Anthony, thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you, man.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.